It's the end of the semester here at Keene University. Some students feel as though that they feel a sense of relief, while others feel as though a sense of stress. Professors, on the other hand, may also feel as though they may feel as if they feel a sense of stress and also relief.
Finals as they come, they're pretty stressful. Uh, I have a family communication finalist coming up that's worrying me, as well as a communication and conflict resolution. That's pretty tough. But overall, I know I'll get through it, and afterwards I'll be fine. It's my last semester, so I'm pretty excited. I just gotta get through this last push. I'll just take it as it comes.
Essentially, ever I entered college, I, for some reason, never stress about exams or finals. I mean, I see a lot on social media about people who stress a lot about their exams, and I never do that. And this semester, I'm also taking 18 credits, and I still never stress. Essentially, I think why that happens is that I prepare before taking the class and everything because I research my teachers, the classes I take, how it fits in my schedule. So I never have the chance to take to stress. And finals wise, I so which goes forward to finals because I never stress entering the finals and taking the final whatever grade I could already gauge what kind of grade I would get depending on how I do in the class very perfectly. And when I come out of the finals, I still don't think about it often because I already pre-calculated. I already calculated everything that's going to happen. So there's no room or uncertainty for me to stress about.
Great on one of my midterms. So what I did was that I gathered a lot of people at the end of class. I took a piece of paper and I shouted to the room, if anybody wants to meet up for study group, put your email on here. And a bunch of people put their email on the piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set up a date before the final, which should be, I think it's 2 weeks from now. So I'm going to set up a couple of dates for the final, and I'm going to email everybody. I'm probably going to rent a room upstairs in the library to have people come over and have a big study group, pretty much.
It was intimidating at first, your first semester, but after you know how to prepare for them, it's not that bad.
Having done some finals that are like 4 weeks before the end of the semester, it's great to just get it out of the way, but I feel like those classes are pointless now because I have a month of not doing much because it's not accumulating to a final. That good?
I would suggest that from an instructor perspective, what we're looking for when we give the exam is to show that students have a command of the material that we've discussed so far, but beyond just knowing definitions, particularly being able to apply the material we've talked about in class. So from an instructor perspective, that's what I look for. So a lot of times the questions on the exams are, from a public relations perspective, based on strategy or application, and when looking at those answers, it gives me a better understanding of how well the students may have understood some of the concepts we've gone over based on how they've applied them. Or it also lets us know, too, how much due diligence the student might have done beforehand in terms of reading the content before the class, before we went over it. Because ideally what you want to do with test material is discuss it in class and leave the opportunity open for questions. And a lot of times you can see how much of that might have been achieved before the test was given.
How does it make you feel grading all these tests?
I don't know if there's necessarily an emotion. I think it's more along the lines of it gives you a barometer or a litmus test to give you an understanding of the class collectively, where they are, where there's some points you want to revisit, and also some points maybe perhaps you thought the class had difficulty grasping, which when you look at the results of the test actually show you that that's not the case. So really it's just the test is a good really means to take the temperature of a class and your understanding of the concepts and so on and so forth. Not so much feeling as opposed to awareness. It creates awareness for the instructor beyond the individual assignments, how they're grasping key concepts.
Some students may believe that there are some good professors, while others may feel as though that there aren't that many good professors. Either way, they're both getting what they need by attending Kane University. I'm Alex Wooten, Kane TV News.